Hi, good evening, everyone. We'll start the session now. The last session we discussed about the introduction to the software testing. That is the first topic which we have, right? Introduction to software testing. In this, what are the topics I covered so far? What is software testing? What are the advantages of software testing? What is software testing? What are the advantages of the software testing? Right. Then difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure. Difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure. So these are the things we discussed in the last session. So anyone can write in the chat box what is defect. Anyone can write in the chat box what is defect. Krishna, Pooja, Purna, Sneha, Varsha. What is defect? Write in the chat box. Okay. Case corrupt. Uh, there's some technical vocabulary as a tester you have to give it this. Okay, it is I asked about the Purna about the defect. You are saying synonyms for that. So what is the meaning of defect? I want. What is the meaning of defect? Hmm. Yesterday I shown it is also deviation between. Yes, as a test engineer point of view, you have to say it is a deviation between expected to actual results in AUT application under test. In application under test, there's a deviation we are going to count. Right. Okay. So today I'm going to explain to you some of the major activities in software company. Some of the major activities in software company. The first one is coding. What is the meaning of coding? So, write in the programs. Write in the programs using either programming or scripting languages. Write in the programs using either programming or scripting languages. Scripting languages in order to develop the application. In order to develop the software is called coding. So write in the programs. Write in the programs using either programming or scripting languages in order to develop the software. Generally, programming languages means like a Java, .NET, Visual Basic, this type of things, which are used, which are used to develop the Windows-based applications, which are used to develop the Windows-based applications. Whereas scripting languages like HTML, PHP, XML, JavaScript, they are the scripting languages we are going to cover. Those are used to develop the web-based applications. Okay, so web-based applications, which applications we can able to open through browsers. Those we are going to call. Those we are going to call. So web-based applications, which applicate directly we can open. Those we are going to call Windows-based applications. Right. So who is responsible? It is performed by developers. Okay. Once coding is done, then what they are going to do? They deliver the application to the client. So test engineers. So where every company will maintain the separate testing team. Once application developed, that will be given to separate testing team where test engineers will validate application as per as per client requirements is called. There's a testing engineers are going to test the application. But as I said yesterday, the goal of the test engineers is, what is the goal of the test engineers? To identify the defects. Goal of the test engineers is to identify the defects. Right. So now you may identify the defects for testing the software. Then what we have to do? We are not responsible to solve the defects. Notifying about the defects to developers is called defect reporting. Is performed by test engineers. You identified, so you are the responsible to report the defects to developers. That is your job. Okay. Then there's a debugging. So what is the meaning of debugging? Once you reported defects to developers, Once you reported defects developers, so developers are the responsible to solve the defects, right? So before going to solve the defects, first of all, they should know that where they did mistake while writing the programs. Developers should know where they did mistake while writing the programs. That point analysis is called debugging. That means we can say analyzing source code of the application in order to identify root cause for a defect is called debugging. Analyzing source code of the application in order to identify root cause for a defect. Root cause for a defect. So that is called debugging. So why this defect is raised? Where the mistake they done while writing the programs. That analysis where we are going to call debugging. Who is responsible? It is performed by developers. Then next activity bug fixing means modifying source code of the application in order to solve the defect. Modifying source code of the application in order to solve the defect is called bug fixing or bug resolving. Okay, who is responsible? It is performed by developers. It is performed by developers. Now, as a test engineer, we go for testing, then defect reporting, the other activities. Now we'll see types of testing. In general, we have the two ways we can go for testing. One is called manual testing. The second one we can call automation testing. One is manual testing, the other one is called automation testing. Manual testing, automation testing. What is meaning of manual testing? It's simple. Without using any automation tool, testing in it directly interact with application. Without using any automation tool, testing in it directly interact the application to verify actual behavior while performing operations. It's called manual testing. Without using any automation tool, test engineer directly interact with application to verify actual behavior while performing operations is called manual testing. Now see, for manual testing, what we are going to do? For manual testing, we prepare test cases and those are used to validate application. Manual testing. So we prepare test cases and those are used to validate the application. Now, see what test cases means in Excel sheet. For manual testing, we are going to prepare like this, step by step, plain English only. Later we are going to do it on project, how to prepare these test cases. Okay, so this test case we are going to test the application. Okay, so like this simple example I will show it this. If I go for the application like this, my client expecting in this login Salesforce Salesforce login page, my client expecting 10 links like this, 10 links they expecting. So my test is pass or fail. Okay. So test is fail because you observe here one, two, three, four links only is there. How many client expecting here? My client expecting 10 links, not matching. It is fail. Okay. Now, same way, manual, there is a manual test without using any automation to directly we interact with the application to verify the actual behavior while performing operations. Okay. Now, I want to find in this space 300 links are there or not. In this space, I want to find the 300 links are there or not. I want to check. Okay. Manually means a lot of time it's going to take. That's the drawback of the manual testing. Some kind of scenarios you want to go for testing manually, more time it's going to take. More time it will going to take. Okay. Now, so in order to overcome that, we have to go for the automation testing. Automation testing. What is automation testing? Automating human activities. That means test execution we are going to call. Automating human activities, test execution in order to validate application is called automation testing. Automating human activities in order to validate the application, that is automation testing. But what are the possibilities are there to do the automation testing? Automation testing can be performed like using programming languages. Sometimes we can use programming languages or using string languages without tool or using any one of the third party automation tool like Selenium, like Selenium. So like Selenium, UTP or EFT, these are the tools, EFT tool like Tosca, like this type of tools. So for manual testing, we prepare test cases. TC means not test cases. Okay. So TE means test engineer. TE means test engineer. Okay. Understand? So again, uh, manual testing definition. Hmm. So this is the definition which I give. Without using any automation tool, test engineer directly interact with application to verify actual behavior while performing operations is called manual testing. That is the definition for the manual testing. Without using any automation tool, test engineer directly interact with application to verify actual behavior while performing operations is called manual testing. Whereas for manual testing, we prepare test cases and those are used to validate the application. Okay. Automation test means automating human activities in order to validate the application is called automation testing. Okay. Now, Sima, for automation testing, whenever you are going to do, we have to develop the automation test script. Manual testing is test cases for just now I shown you step by step in the Excel sheet. How do you want to test it is we are going to specify the test cases for manual testing. But when you go for the automation testing, like this, we have to write the some program keys based on the scenario which you want to test. Okay. Now see, I'm going to run this program to find the number of links in the Reddy mail. So I'm not operating anything much here. This is a Selenium tool I use. See, so it is given the total number of links are 267 and total number of total links are 203. Then total hidden links are 64. Total hidden links are 64. Okay. So once again I will run it is to see my, it will open the browser first. It will navigate the URL for us. This is what the automation testing are going to call. That is in simple automating human activities in order to validate the application is called automation testing. Now see that for automation testing, we need to develop the automation test script we have to download. Automation test script depends on the tool. Suppose you are using Selenium, we have to go for the Java. If you are using QTP, VB script. You are using Tosca, TQL, Tosca query language. You are using the other tools like so playwriter, so javascript we have to use it depends on the tool corresponding scripting language we have to use to develop the automation test script. Now here, in this Selenium I written the program here using Java. It is so manual testing I want to find minimum 2 to 3 hours of time required to count the number of links availability. Still that is there is no guarantee we are going to find all the links are not when you go for manual testing. But if you go for automation testing instead of 2 or 3 hours of time, we can reduce that with less than 2 minutes of time and more consistency and reliable information we are going to get. That is the advantage of the automation testing. So, but everything in the project we never go for the automation testing. Some scenarios only we are going to prefer for the automation testing. Some are we have to do manual testing. That means for a project there will be manual testing team as well as automation testing team. Both the teams are going to work. But what happens here? So automation testing, so you have to develop the automation test. It's a little bit expensive also, automation testing. Now, based on this, what are the topics I explained in the introduction to software testing? What is software testing? Advantages of software testing, difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure. Then some of the major activities in software company, such as coding, testing, defect reporting, debugging, and bug fixing. Then types of software testing, manual testing, automation testing. Now, you want to get a job as a test engineer. Or QA tester, quality assurance tester, or test engineer. You want to get a job. So, which areas we need to improve the our skill set? Which areas we need to improve the our skill set? Now, first thing, you should have the knowledge on manual testing concepts. Knowledge on manual testing concepts. Second, knowledge of any one of the automation testing tool like Selenium, WebDriver it is. Or in simple, we are going to call Selenium. Or someone goes WebDriver, like Selenium WebDriver. So knowledge and manual testing concepts. So manual testing. And second thing, knowledge and any one of the automation testing tool like Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver. One it is Selenium WebDriver one. Then as I said that not only testing, why we are going to the testing to find the defects. Whenever you identify the defects, what we have to do, we are going to report to the developers. Okay. So when we are going to defect report, you should have the knowledge of any one of the defect reporting tool. Defect reporting tool knowledge also required for this. Like a Jira tool we are going to discuss. As I know, it is trendy tool, Jira it is. Okay. So manual testing, automation, Jira. Apart this, so little bit of programming knowledge, like Java. So during the automation testing, I will go and explain the core Java concepts to you. That is sufficient. So then, having some database knowledge and API testing knowledge. Having some database knowledge and API testing knowledge will be added advantage, not mandatory. I'm saying we have this one. Sir, in the course, what you are going to cover? I will going to cover the 1, 2, 3, 4 points as per software testing course point of. But what I will do, I will go for the some introduction to the database concepts and API testing also. So that is not a part of the course. So I will provide the material, or if time permits, I will going to give some introduction to the API testing as well as database concepts also. Okay. So this is what. Okay, this is the first topic for us. Is it clear, everyone? Say yes. I will go for next concept in the chat box. It is clear. Abhi, Ashish, Durga, Casey. So Pooja, okay, Purna.
What is T, sir?
ఏంటమ్మా?
ఆ టీ అంటే ఏంటి అసలు? టెస్ట్ ఇంజిన్ అంటే జస్ట్ లైక్ ఆ టర్మ్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నారు కదా.
టీఈ అంటేనే టెస్ట్ ఇంజనీర్. టెస్ట్ ఇంజనీర్.
జస్ట్ టెస్ట్ ఇంజనీరా? ఓకే ఓకే. నాకు టెస్ట్ ఇంజిన్ వరకే అర్థమైంది. సో అదే యూజ్ చేస్తున్నావా అని.
ఇంజన్ లేదు, సో ఇంజనీర్ ఉన్నాడు.
అదే అదే అదే. ఓకే ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
సో టెస్ట్ ఇంజనీర్. So that is without using any automation tool, as a test engineer directly interact with application to verify actual behavior while performing operation. You click login button. How it is working, we have to check. This is what the so testing all about, which we are going to do. Okay. Now next thing, clear everyone. Okay, what is S1 database means MySQL. Any database technology, not mandatory. If we have the complete package, we can say for testers. So if you have this one, this knowledge, okay. Next thing, next concept we are going to discuss. Second topic, introduction to software. So what are the topics we are going to cover in the introduction to software? What is, first of all, software program? Then what is software? Types of software, like what is the meaning of product based software, and what is project based software? Product based software, project based software, and difference among the client, end user, and the company. Difference among the client, end user, and the company. Then, so what is the environment in software company? And types of environments. Then again, types of software, like system software, programming software, and application software. Programming software, application software. After you understand this all the concepts well, so now you can able to give the answer like this. If they ask a question to you, why did you choose software testing as career? If they ask you, you can able to give the answer after you understand this one. While you are eligible to go for testing, irrespective of the technologies which you have the knowledge. So this is the thing. Now, if I go for software program, what is software program? Let us see an example. Simple Java program. I will go into write this. Int a equal to 10. Then int b equal to 20. Then int c equal to, I'm saying a star b I given. Then system dot out.print ln of C I given. So I didn't set it is what is the purpose I am writing. Just I written the Java program. Now you have to tell which task this Java program will do. Which task? Write in the chat box. Which task this Java program will do. So this Java program will do. Print multiplication. Okay. What is the task? It means it has to do the multiplication. It has to perform multiplication. Okay. To perform the multiplication. Okay. Now, which values it will do the multiplication? By seeing this program here, so however, which statement is giving idea to you, it has to go for the multiplication. Which is statement 1, 2, 3, 4 statements are there. By seeing the which statement, you are going to get an idea. Third statement. That too, that portion A star B I given. I didn't say it has to go for star in the multiple, but you are saying it is right. That means this is nothing but where we are going to call logic. Which values it will do the multiplication is 10, 20. 10 and 20. This is called data or values. Data or values. Okay. Now see how we can define. On program when you see, we have set of statements or not. That is the definition. We can define set of statements. What is the in those statements? Logics and related data. Related data to perform specific task in a system. To perform specific task in a system. Okay, that is the software program. Set of statements, logics, and related data to perform a specific task in a system is called software program. Now, if I go for the this calculator, so what we are going to call it is calculator is a software or software program. Write in the chat box. No? Software is a calculator is a software, not the software program. So then what is software? So the collection of the software programs, collection of the software programs to perform related activities in a system. Set of instructions or programs to perform related transactions in a system. It's called software. Set of instructions or programs to perform Related transactions in a system is called software. Example, it can be a calculator or Zoom online meeting application. Zoom online meeting application or HDFCbank.com application. That comes under software to perform some related transactions in a system. Related transactions in a system. Now, based on development, software can be categorized. Based on development, software can be categorized into two types. They are first one product based software. Second one is project based software. Product based software, then project based software. So, what is the difference? Product based and project based. Now, see, one software company want to develop the software. There is software company. This company is responsible to develop the software, right? Where software development. But whenever you want to develop the software, whenever you want to develop the software, we need business requirements or not? We need business requirements. As per that business requirements, they can develop the software. Now the question is here, how you are going to get the business requirements? How do you get this business requirements? There are two possibilities. One is from particular from particular organization or client, collect the business requirements from particular organization or a client. Or there are other possibility. So from by doing survey, by doing survey in market, by doing survey in market, so we can get the requirements. Okay. Now, which is software we develop based on particular client or organization requirements, that we are going to call project based software. So, which is software we develop like this? Those we are going to call more product based software we are going to call. Okay. Now I understand here. Product based software means whenever software developed based based on particular industry or segment of people in market. Those are called product-based software. Whenever software developed based on particular industry or segment of people in market, then it's called a product-based software. Then project-based software. Whenever software developed based on particular organization or client requirements. So in simple, we can call them generic or standard requirements of the particular industry or segment of people. Whenever software developed based on, you can say, generic or standard requirements of particular industry or segment of people in the market, those are called product-based software. So any example for this? Now example nothing but like a Zoom online meeting application. Now you are using the Gmail, Facebook application. That comes under product based. This all comes under product based. When we develop the software like this here, based on particular organization, example, DURGASOFT.com, or if I go for the HDFCbank.com, because HDFC Bank also developed based on the particular, so the HDFC Bank client requirements only, right? As a product based software, project based software. Then what is the difference between client, end user, and the company? First one more, client. Now client also called as customer or stakeholder. Customer or stakeholder we are going to call. Customer stakeholder. So we can say like this. It can be an organization or individual person who will provide requirements to develop software. It can be an organization or individual person who will provide requirements to develop software. Okay, we can call client, or who will buy the license use software in their business. See my here www.durgasoft.com application is there. Who given the requirements is based on whose requirements it is developed? DurgaSoft. So here DurgaSoft is the client who given the requirements. Now if you go Zoom online meeting we are using. If I want to use, so the DurgaSoft company has to buy the license for this. Then only they will going to provide this one to work with the Zoom online meeting application. Now here DurgaSoft is not given the requirement. They are going to buy the license it is for Zoom online meeting. So it is also comes under client activity. So two ways we can define like this. Who will provide the requirements or who will buy the license to use software as a client. Next one. End user. The person who will use software in their business. The person who will use software in their business. In their business. The person who will use software in their business. Now, suppose Zoom online meeting. I am using faculty is the end user. Students also end user for the Zoom online meeting. Then company. Company means it is an organization where software will be developed as per requirements. So based on work, there are two types of in IT industry. Based on work, there are two types of companies in IT industry. One is product based company. The other one is service based company. Product based company, then service based company. Suppose if we have the Google is the company is there. Google company is there. If we have the TCS company. Now here tomorrow you need one software for your business purpose. You go to the Google company. Will they accept your project to develop? No. They won't accept it is. Okay. They won't accept it is. So, but TCS company will accept this. That means here, Google is the product-based company. TCS is the service-based company. Product-based company, service-based company. Now, what is the product-based company? Company which will focus on their own products to develop. The company which will focus on their own products to develop. That is called product-based company. So like a Google, Microsoft, so HP, Dell, these are comes under product-based companies. Service-based company means the company which will develop the individual projects for individual clients. Individual projects for individual clients. That is comes under so service-based like TCS, Infosys, Capgemini, Essential, like this, all companies comes under so service-based companies. Okay, that's the class for us today. Tomorrow we'll continue the session. Software pro. So what is the software program? Purna is asking. Software program. What is software program? So software program nothing but a set of statements, logics, and related data to perform specific task in a system is called software program. That's what definition I give. Set of statements, logics, and related data to perform specific task in a system is called software program. I think tomorrow the link is going to be changes to you. So for registered students only, they are going to share the link. So I'm giving them my WhatsApp number once again. Already some of you registered. So who are, if you, anyone others newly registered, let me know it is. I will go to add the WhatsApp group so that it makes easy to me to share the notes. Okay. So tomorrow there will be paid link they are going to provide to you. So 8985162566. Okay, that is the class for us today. Thank you. So who are already registered, I will going to share the notes tomorrow. Just wait for tomorrow. I will add the WhatsApp group confirmation so that I will going to share the notes for all at a time. Okay. So thank you. Sharma, just that's what you give the message to me in the WhatsApp. I will create. So message me in the WhatsApp so that I can add you in the WhatsApp group. Okay. And giving the number. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye.